Alright, so here's a explanation for the review. So number one, we want to see which function has the greater rate of change. So the first one, it's best to solve for y, so we want to subtract 2x from both sides and then divide by 4. So we have unlike terms, so we're going to leave that as negative 2x plus 12, and then we're going to divide every little part by 4. That's the same as dividing both sides by 4. And now we have it in slope-intercept form. And our slope is negative 1/2. When we look at this table here, we're told that it's a linear function, so all we really need to find is the slope between 2 points. So we can use the first 2 points, and our slope is change in y, 2 minus 4, where f of x is the same as y, and change in x, since I started with 2, I'm going to start with 0 minus 3. We get negative 2 over negative 3, which is positive 2/3. And so we've got our slopes, which has a greater rate of change. 2/3 is bigger than 1/2. Remember, we only look at absolute value when we're looking at a greater rate of change. So 2, Roman numeral 2, has the greater rate. Okay, what terrible handwriting, huh? Okay, I'm going to go on to number 2. This was a typo. The only really way this one can be done is if we ignore this first statement. And we say after 4 weeks he has $350, and after 9 weeks he has $400. What is the rate of change? So our rate of change is going to be change in y over change in x. And y is our output, x is our input. X is often time, so we're going to do x on bottom, time on bottom. 9 minus 4, and 9 corresponds to 400, and the 4 matches up with the 350. So we get 50 over 5. So the rate of change, that's what these hieroglyphics are saying, is $10 per week. We'll label with it. Okay, not too bad. Provide an example of 2 intersecting lines that have the same slope. This is not possible. Lines with the same slope are either parallel or coinciding, meaning they're the same line. And coincidental lines are not considered intersecting. Parallel lines do not intersect. 2 linear functions that have the same slope. So functions kind of implies function notation, but y equals is still a function, so you could use f of x. We've got y equals, let's just say, 3x plus 5, and y equals 3x minus 2. If you wanted to use function notation, it's not so bad. It might even be more clear to say f of x. Oh, that's terrible. Let's try that again. To say f of x and x. And then we have two very different functions with the same slope. Alright. Two linear functions where one has a decreasing slope and the other has an increasing. That just means one function has a negative slope, negative x plus 3, and the other function has a positive slope, x plus 7. Could be any positive number and any negative number. They don't have to be the same. They don't have to be opposites. Alright, so that's 1 through 3. If you want to check out the next video for the next page.